Welcome to another episode of The Sam Fury Show. This episode is a summary of the book The Great Mental Models Volume 3 Gibber by Rhiannon Beaubien and Shane Parrish. The Great Mental Models Volume 3 explores a diverse array of mental frameworks designed to help readers understand complex systems and improve decision-making, with a focus on systems and mathematics. Part 1. Systems. Chapter 1. Feedback loops. This chapter explores how feedback influences behavior and decision-making within various systems, highlighting the importance of understanding and utilizing feedback for personal and societal improvement. Recognize feedback from daily interactions, filter for quality, adjust behavior accordingly, and use feedback loops to foster positive changes while avoiding reinforcing negative behaviors. Chapter 2. Equilibrium. This chapter discusses how systems strive to maintain balance through continuous adjustments, highlighting the complexity and challenges of achieving and sustaining equilibrium. Recognize that systems, including personal and social environments, constantly adjust to maintain balance. Understand the importance of feedback loops in achieving equilibrium, and be prepared to adapt to changing conditions for optimal functioning. Chapter 3. Bottlenecks. This chapter explains how the slowest part of a system limits its overall output and can prompt innovation and improvements when addressed correctly. Identify true bottlenecks in any system, validate their impact, and find solutions that prevent shifting the problem elsewhere. Use bottlenecks as opportunities to innovate and improve overall system efficiency. Chapter 4. Scale. This chapter explores how systems change and become more complex as they grow, emphasizing the need to anticipate and manage new challenges and opportunities that arise with increased size. When scaling up, be aware that new problems and dependencies will emerge, requiring different solutions. Consider how increased complexity can lead to both greater vulnerabilities and potential successes, and plan accordingly to manage these changes effectively. Chapter 5. Margin of Safety. This chapter emphasizes the importance of building buffers in systems to handle unexpected challenges and reduce the risk of failure, illustrating how safety margins can prevent catastrophic outcomes and enhance resilience. Ensure systems have a margin of safety to manage stresses, anticipate unexpected issues, and maintain backups to enhance resilience. Avoid overconfidence and risk compensation by balancing safety margins without becoming overly cautious or wasteful. Chapter 6. Churns. This chapter explains how constant change and replacement of system components, whether material or informational, is essential to maintaining and improving the system's functionality. Recognize churn as an inevitable and healthy part of systems. Use it to bring in fresh ideas, enhance adaptability, and prevent stagnation. Aim to balance turnover to retain core stability while allowing beneficial changes and improvements. Chapter 7. Algorithms. This chapter explores how algorithms, as structured sets of steps or rules, transform inputs into consistent outputs, aiding problem-solving and system scalability. Use algorithms to streamline processes, ensuring predictable outcomes. Adapt and refine inputs for optimal results. Recognize the value of clear, repeatable instructions to enhance efficiency and adaptability in various contexts. Chapter 8. Complex Adaptive Systems. Complex adaptive systems are dynamic and interconnected networks that evolve and self-organize based on the interactions of their components, making them difficult to predict and control. Adaptability and nonlinearity define complex systems, requiring a flexible approach to understanding them. Interventions often produce unintended consequences, emphasizing the need for humility and continuous learning. Chapter 9. Critical mass. Critical mass occurs when a system reaches a tipping point where a small final input triggers a significant transformation, resulting in sustained change. Significant change often requires building up to a tipping point. Focus efforts on key areas to create momentum, recognizing that change often appears sudden but is the result of gradual buildup. Chapter 10. Emergence. Emergence refers to the phenomenon where simple elements interact to produce outcomes far greater and more complex than the sum of their parts. Emergent properties arise from collaboration and collective effort, often leading to unexpected and powerful results. Embrace learning and interactions with others to unlock potential that is otherwise inaccessible alone. Chapter 11. Chaos Dynamic. Chaos dynamics reveals that small differences in the initial conditions of a system can lead to vastly different outcomes, making precise predictions impossible. Predicting chaotic systems requires humility and acceptance of uncertainty. Even tiny variations can lead to significantly divergent results, challenging our assumptions of determinism and control. Chapter 12. Irreducibility. Irreducibility is the concept that certain fundamental elements of a system cannot be simplified further without losing the system's essential nature and functionality. Recognize the core elements that define a system to avoid oversimplification, which can lead to losing the system's intended function. Master these essentials to maintain effectiveness while allowing room for innovation and adaptation. Chapter 13. The Law of Diminishing Returns. The law of diminishing returns explains that increasing effort or resources into a system eventually leads to decreasing benefits, and pushing further can even reduce total output. Recognize when additional effort yields less reward and be prepared to change strategies to avoid wasting resources. Anticipating diminishing returns helps in maintaining efficiency and fostering continual progress. Part 2. Mathematics. Chapter 14. Distributions. Distributions help us understand the patterns and probabilities of data, guiding our expectations and decisions based on the likelihood of various outcomes. Recognize that reality rarely fits perfectly into ideal distributions like the normal curve. Be aware of the influence of outliers and long-tail values, which can have significant impacts. Understanding the type of distribution relevant to your situation can improve decision-making and prediction accuracy. Chapter 15. Compounding. Compounding is a powerful principle where small, consistent efforts or investments grow exponentially over time, leading to significant outcomes. Focus on long-term growth by consistently reinvesting your gains, whether in knowledge, relationships, or finances. Understand that compounding rewards patience, as the most substantial benefits typically accumulate later, making early and consistent action crucial. Chapter 16. Network effects. Network effects describe the phenomenon where the value of a product or service increases as more people use it, but can lead to diminishing returns or negative impacts if overextended. Network effects are crucial for growth and competitive advantage, but must be managed carefully to avoid negative consequences from overcrowding or dilution of value. Achieving critical mass is key, but sustainability depends on balancing user growth with quality. Chapter 17. Sampling. Sampling reveals the importance of selecting and analyzing representative data to draw accurate conclusions about broader populations. Larger and diverse samples offer more reliable insights, but bias and unrepresentative data can lead to flawed conclusions. Ensuring a sample reflects the population's diversity is crucial for making informed, equitable decisions. Chapter 18. Randomness. Randomness challenges our natural inclination to see order and causality, reminding us that much of life is driven by chance and unpredictability. Embracing randomness can enhance creativity, provide new perspectives, and reveal the limits of our pattern-seeking tendencies. Understanding the difference between true randomness and pseudo-randomness helps us navigate uncertainty and avoid misleading assumptions. Chapter 19. Pareto Principle. The Pareto Principle reveals that in many systems, a small proportion of inputs or efforts often generate the majority of outcomes or results. Recognizing the unequal distribution of effort and reward allows us to focus on the most impactful activities, maximizing efficiency and results by prioritizing the critical few over the trivial many. Chapter 20. Regression to the mean. Regression to the mean illustrates that extreme outcomes, whether positive or negative, are likely to be followed by more average results as chance events balance out over time. Success or failure often involves luck, and extraordinary events are not always sustainable. Understanding this helps temper expectations and encourages a focus on consistent, average performance rather than chasing outliers. Chapter 21. Multiplying by zero. The concept of multiplying by zero highlights the idea that even the smallest weakness or flaw in a system can nullify all other strengths, rendering the entire effort ineffective. Identifying and addressing the weakest link in any system is crucial, as even one critical flaw can undermine all other positive factors. Transforming that weak point can unlock the potential of the entire system. Chapter 22. Equivalence. Equivalence highlights that different methods or approaches can yield the same result, emphasizing the importance of recognizing underlying similarities despite apparent differences. Diverse solutions can achieve equivalent outcomes, demonstrating that multiple paths can lead to success. By understanding equivalence, we can better appreciate and connect with others, acknowledging that differences often mask deeper similarities. Chapter 23. Order of magnitude. The concept of order of magnitude simplifies the representation and comparison of extremely large or small numbers by expressing them as powers of 10, making complex scales easier to understand and visualize. Using orders of magnitude allows us to grasp and compare vastly different numbers efficiently, such as understanding the exponential increase in destructive power on the Richter scale. This tool helps bridge the gap between abstract, large-scale concepts and our everyday experiences. Chapter 24. Surface area. The concept of surface area emphasizes the importance of understanding how increasing or decreasing exposure can either foster creativity and innovation or heighten vulnerability and risk. By strategically adjusting our exposure, we can enhance creativity through diverse inputs or protect ourselves from potential harm by limiting vulnerabilities, making surface area a crucial factor in both personal and organizational decision-making. Chapter 25. Global and local maxima. The concept of global and local maxima illustrates the importance of recognizing when we have reached a temporary peak and understanding that achieving greater success often requires navigating through challenges or setbacks. To reach our highest potential, we must be willing to leave our comfort zones, accept temporary declines, and continuously reassess and optimize our strategies, embracing the inevitable ups and downs along the journey. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Sam Fury Show. If you found this episode useful, let me know with a like, follow, and share. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to visit samfury.com and join my free newsletter. As a subscriber, you'll get access to all my book summaries in written format for free. You'll also receive no more than one email a week containing a roundup of my latest posts, as well as exclusive content which is only for my mailing list. It's completely free to join at samfury.com.